Do you ever struggle with frizzy, flattened curls or even dry curls in the morning? Then you've come to the right place. I'm going to show you step by step exactly how you need to protect them and then explain the common problems that we often have with 4 steps to solve these problems. For long-lasting defined curls that will be frizz-free for 8 days. First things first, you're going to need 2 scrunchies and a satin or silk scarf. Now gently split your hair into 2. You want to gather your hair at the top of your head and tie a loose ponytail or a bun. I would say a loose ponytail. A bun would really just crinkle up the curls. And another one at the back of your head. These pineapple methods really help maintain your curl pattern and keeps your curls from being squashed while you sleep. So use a soft scrunchie to avoid breakage, because these other hair ties cause serious breakage because the hair gets knotted around it, and then to get the hair tie off is such a dilemma, you end up breaking the hair. Now it's time to grab your satin or silk scarf and tip your head down and start tying the scarf. I do a crisscross in the front. Then with the 2 pieces, I make a knot around the back and tie another knot very loosely. Lastly, I tuck in very gently any hair that's left out. So just slightly pull the scarf over and tuck it in. And it's that easy. You really want it to be as loose as possible because it will interfere with the definition of your curls, and you don't want to sleep with a headache either. Once it's all nicely tucked in, you can then apply a bonnet, because the way I sleep, I roll around like crazy, obviously. And when I wake up in the morning, sometimes the scarf is off. So for added protection, you can wear a bonnet as well. But you don't have to. This works very well. Some nights, it doesn't even slip off at all. This technique also really helps with elongation. So if you have shrinkage like I do, this actually pulls slightly at the root, and so when you take your hair out of this in the morning, your curls are looking longer and the shape of the hair just begins to form into a nice round or oval shape on its own. You don't have to do much. This really is a hack. Then you can go to sleep and it's all done. But don't go anywhere. I'm not finished. Remember, I need to tell you the difficulties you can have with this and then the solutions to it as well. Now this is what my hair looks like on day 1. And then the next morning for day 2, after sleeping with a scarf and just what I've shown you, these are my curls. No frizz whatsoever. And then we're on to day 3. Same thing, no frizz again. The curls still look defined. Everything's in place. There's no problem. Day 4, curl. Definition on point. Volume there. I could get it bigger. I haven't even used a pick. I've just been using my fingers. Shine. It's still shiny. What else? What else do you want to know? I mean, I haven't had to refresh. No water, nothing. Just in a bonnet, go to sleep, wake up, bam, like this. One more point I've got to tell you is you need to make sure you're using a product that has good hold, because if you're using something like Eco Styler, I've done a video on this, that no longer has hold, the product lasts me 1 day and that's it. You need a product that has strong hold, like I did a video on Big Popper, amazing, and my curls just loved that. So don't be afraid to use products that have hold, because you can really fluff it out and break the crunch and your curls will last longer. This particular product and technique of how I sleep and do my nighttime routine works phenomenally well. I do add a little bit of jojoba oil to my fingertips and my palms, and I just put my fingers at the root of my curls and I shake, shake, shake. This adds volume and helps the curls last longer. It actually seals the cuticles, which helps with frizz. So if you struggle with frizzy hair, these 2 tips, I'm telling you, make a massive difference. Can you believe this is day 5 of doing this routine and my curls still look good? The definition is there, the shape is there. This is what I love. Day 5. I haven't refreshed, I haven't added water, I haven't re-added the product. All I've done is sleep with this satin scarf and a bonnet on a silk pillowcase and fluffed out every morning, and these are my results after 5 days. If you want to save time and want your wash and go to last you 7-8 days, you need to do this, and these will be your results. I can assure you, these are mine, so why can't they be yours? I usually have 4 common problems and difficulties. I'm going to list them for you and explain why this routine eliminates these problems. The first one is frizz. Frizz can be a major issue, especially if your hair rubs against rough pillowcases like the cotton ones. Just chuck those away. You don't need those anymore. Or if there's a lot of movement while you sleep. If you're like me, frizz in the morning, every morning. My second major problem used to be flattened curls. If you're sleeping on your curls, this can flatten them, causing you to lose that defined curl pattern you worked so hard to achieve. Does this happen to you? Put it in the comments. The third thing is dryness. Lack of moisture is another major challenge, and your hair can lose moisture overnight, which can cause it to be dry and brittle in the morning when you use cotton or other kinds of pillowcases. That's why silk and satin are so good. They don't suck up the moisture from your hair. It's still there the next morning. And number 4, my last major difficulty was tangled hair. Without the right protection, your curls can become tangled and difficult to manage the next day. So this really just keeps your curls in place and no knots. Hardly any knots. I mean, we always have knots. The curls just love to clump together. But when you sleep like this, it makes a massive difference. Now I'm done with explaining the problems and the difficulties. We're going to move on to the solutions. I got 4 steps to help solve these problems. Step number 1 is hydrate and moisturize. Make sure to use an oil when you fluff out your curls and make sure they're moisturized. So I do this once or twice a week, but you can actually do this every morning when you wake up and add this oil. I add the oil a few times a week because I don't go out every day. So by adding an oil, this can break the cast and will keep your curls soft and hydrated throughout the day. It works like this for me for days, so start by ensuring your curls are well hydrated. The second thing is to sleep on a satin or silk pillowcase. Unlike cotton, these materials are gentle on your curls and they really help reduce friction, which minimizes frizz and prevents your curls from flattening. Now this also applies even if you use a bonnet or scarf while sleeping on a satin or silk pillowcase, because this just gives you an added protection. And if your bonnet or scarf falls off during the night, your curls are still protected on the pillowcase. Step number 3, avoid tight hairstyles. By avoiding tight hairstyles, then your hair won't break and there won't be tension on your scalp. Loose braids or twists can also help maintain your curl pattern while you sleep. And step number 4, you can refresh in the morning with a light spritz of water or refreshing spray to wake up your curls. Then after that, you gently scrunch your curls to bring out the volume and definition. If needed, you can then apply your styling products, but I didn't do any of this. This step pretty much doesn't apply for me, except for fluffing in the morning, which is what I do all the time. So your fingers and oil are your friend. They can do wonders. I've found I don't even need an afro pick. Okay, I can't find mine, but that's besides the point. I've been doing my hair just with my fingers, fluffing it every morning on its own. No fuss, no problem. I get volume at the root. I get definition. I just know how to scrunch my curls. Now we're on to day 6. And you can learn too. If you want a whole video on how I scrunch my curls, leave a comment. I can always do one. But if you already know, then give us some tips. What is your best tip on fluffing out your curls and keeping them maintained night to night, day to day on how they look? Day 7. Come on. Look at the definition. Look at this curl on day 7. Say less. And there you have it. This is my nighttime routine for protecting and preserving your curly hair. With these tips, you can wake up to beautiful, defined curls without frizz or knots and tangles. This is day 8 and the curls still look good. If you found my video helpful at all, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Why not even hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I post a new tip or video. Thanks so much for watching Curls by Sharlene, and I'll see you next time. Bye.